Hey everybody, so I'm sure, as you've probably heard, if you're into Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, that recently Activision has been sending out letters to cease and desist many clients for these games that allow you to play the game safely, which is very unfortunate, but I do want to put this out there, and it's very simple and straightforward. Many people probably already know to do this, but to those who don't know to do this, there is still a way to play Black Ops 3 completely safely, but only offline. And that doesn't include forcing your, or actually does include forcing your game to go offline, but it doesn't include the option in-game to go offline, which means what I'm going to show you how to do is going to make sure that the program for Black Ops 3 has zero ability to access the internet. That means there is nothing it can take in or put out into the internet. So this will essentially make it 100% safe, or as safe as possible. And honestly, probably even safer than it was to play on BO3I, because when you were playing on BO3I, you were still accessing the internet. With this, there's zero accessing the internet. And I'm just going to go into it now. So all you want to do is go to your search and type in network firewall, or actually no, just firewall, sorry. So firewall and network protection. And it'll bring up this, firewall and network protection. If it doesn't, you're gonna have to find this, but that should bring it to you just by typing in firewall. And click on advanced settings. I think my screen went black, but all you're gonna have to do is click yes. And in a second, alright, we're back. And once you click yes on the administrator privilege, it will bring you here. And now you want to go to inbound rules, create a new rule, click program, and then this program path, so we're going to browse. I do get this error, but it doesn't matter, and as I'm going to show you, it doesn't matter. If we actually read it, which is something I've yet to do. Yeah, okay, so it looks like it's looking for something that has been removed, which was probably by me manually, but that's not a big deal. You probably won't get that error, but if you do, it doesn't matter. Then all you're going to have to do is locate the installation of your Black Ops 3 install, or the path for it, and if you don't know where that is, you can go to Steam, right click on your Black Ops 3, click Properties, and go to Local Files and Browse. Now if we go here, we can go and click on this address bar up here, and hold Control-C or Control-X, and it will put it into your clipboard. And now when we go on to this, where we're choosing the program, we can go onto this Explorer and press Control V to make sure we're in the right directory. Click Enter and find the Black Ops 3 exe. Click OK. Next, and then click Block Connection. Make sure it says Block Connection, and what this does is make sure that this cannot access the internet. Now this is for an inbound rule, which means setting this will make sure that Black Ops 3 can't take anything in from the internet. So we're going to have to set one more rule after we set an inbound rule, and that rule is called an outbound rule, which will make sure Black Ops 3 can't send anything out to the internet. And then click Next. Profile, make sure all are enabled. Next, and then name it. Once you click Name and click Finish, it'll be done. Or type in a name. It doesn't matter, but I just type in BO3 offline or something like that. But I'm not going to do this, as I've already set this rule. And if we go, I can show you. It might be that one. Sorry, I don't know exactly where it will be, but I'll just tell you that's how you do it, and I have set it. And then do the exact same. Oh, here we go. Look, there it is for this. Oh, and here it is for this. So as you see, there is a circle with a cross through it, meaning you cannot, meaning it cannot access the internet. And here's another one. So what we did was we just set the inbound rule, and when we click on the outbound over here, we can click on New Rule and go through the exact same setup. So program, select the path, select what firewall, and etc. As I showed, it will be the exact same setup as it was for the inbound. And once you set the rule for the outbound and the inbound, meaning it cannot send anything out or take anything in from the internet, you are safe to launch Black Ops 3. Give it a second, this is on my slow hard drive. So I'm actually, no, I won't pause. No, I'll pause for full, or I won't pause for full, so you see I don't have any, whatever you want, magic editing, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of cringe, but, you know, whatever. It will take a second. The game's launching. And give it a second. If we also bring up Task Manager, I'll show you. It's launching, it's using 0 internet connection. This number should never change from 0 Mbps. As you see, Discord and Firefox, Spotify, they're changing, but Black Ops 3 is where the safety issues are, and as you see, it never went past 0. If we click on, it doesn't even say it's connecting the online services, and as you see, it says you are playing offline. And if I try to click play online, it will simply sit here for a while, and I haven't done it for long enough to see if it will time out, but it will either sit here forever doing this, or it will give you an error saying it timed out. And I don't feel like waiting either, but I promise you the program has 0 way of accessing the internet. So if I go to, if you see multiplayers grayed out, I can't click on multiplayer, but for zombies, we can go into zombies, and it brings me straight into offline. We can change map. Any of my custom maps are here, or all of them are. And Gobblegums. So as for Gobblegums, we only have classic Gobblegums, and this was a feature by Activision or Treyarch to make sure you don't cheat by using Gobblegums that you don't have. But we do have all of the Gobblegums, all of the classic ones here. I'm not sure if you'll get the DLC ones if you don't own the DLC, but you will definitely have access to the higher level ones, even if you're not a higher level. Now, unfortunately, playing like this does mean you won't be able to level up or progress, but this is still the safest way to play this game as of now. And also, as you can see, we do still have the unfortunate issues where we get lag spikes occasionally, but that should only be in the menu, and your performance should be exactly the same as it was when you were playing in-game as you were playing when you had a client such as BOIII or BOIII. And by the way, my other videos showing you how to get BOIII for free shouldn't work anymore, and that's simply because they're shutting it down. And it makes sense because they got a cease and desist letter, and I really am not a fan of what Activision has done, but if you are still craving to play Black Ops 3 as of the 25th of May, this is the safest way to do it. And yeah, I can set up a game real fast just to prove it will work. Although I'm sure, you know, there's no reason for you not to believe me. It'll take a second. And again, this is on my slow hard drive. It's a 5400 RPM hard drive, but it will still load and work. Give it a second. Also, by the way, if you own Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, theoretically you should be able to do the same thing. Now, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 in themselves, as far as I know, they do not have a mode to go offline. But if they can't access the internet, it doesn't matter if they have a mode to go offline, because it's outside the program that they can't access the internet. So that means there's no way for them to access the internet if you do the exact same thing for Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2. If you own a legit copy from Steam or another place you could potentially get a legit copy. I'm not sure if there are any other places, but here you can see I am in-game, everything's working. If I click tab, there's no level next to my name because I'm offline, and we are completely offline. No way for the game to access the internet, no way for anybody to do any sort of remote code execution bugs, and this is, as of now, as far as I know, the safest way to play the game.